last activity today, we're going to be looking at some solfege melodies that are written on a staff. A staff is that 5-line sort of thing with the little swirly thingy on there. That's called a staff, and that shows you what the music notes are to a song. We're going to be reading some of these basic patterns, and then we're going to develop this into an actual song that we will play on the xylophones. Hopefully we can play it for our concert, okay? You will not need to submit a video for this activity, but it is really important that you watch this video and try to figure out what the solfege patterns are. I'm going to help you with a couple of them, but you need to figure out what the patterns are for yourself. Okay, I will be talking about this song and pattern with you during our one-on-one or group meetings. Okay, so it is super important that you watch this video and follow along with me so you can understand how to read these patterns, and then you can later on understand how we're going to put them on the xylophones. All right, everyone, here is our solfege pattern. Now, you may see all these notes and be like, this is so many notes, but it's a lot easier than you think. What I would like you to do is to try to read the pattern on your own, and then when you meet with me this week in conferencing, I want you to try to sing it for me, okay? Some of you have already met with me, or you will meet with me before you get a chance to watch this. That's okay. But if you have not met with me yet and you're watching this, please try to do this on your own. But I'm going to try to help you figure it out, okay? So, we have 4 patterns that are right here, okay? Each of these patterns is grouped into what we call measures. A measure is a group of notes right here. This is one measure. This is another measure. This would be measure 2. This would be measure 3. This would be measure 4. Measures that are on the same set of lines are usually divided by this little line right here. It's called a bar line, okay? And then we have a new line right here. You see this treble clef right here. Remember that the treble clef means that this line, it circles around this line. This line is going to be sol. So any note that goes through this line is going to be sol. The same with this one. The one that's right above it is la. Now this space right here would be fa, but we're not really doing that yet. On this line, it's going to be mi. And right here, it's going to be re, just below. And then these notes should be pretty easy to identify. This is do. It hangs well below this line, and it's got a little line that goes through it. Okay? So what I would recommend first, first go through the patterns, ignore the solfege, ignore where they are placed on this line, and only clap the rhythms. So pretend that they're basically just all lined on the same line, and only pay attention to whether it's a ta or ta-di. Look right here. Okay, what do you think this is? Okay, I'm not going to tell you. I want to see if you can figure that out. So go through and try to clap it. So if I was to do an example, which is not one of these, I could go ta-di, ta-di, ta-ta. Okay, so I want you to see if you can figure out what the rhythm is first. Then go back, and if you need to write it down or something like that, figure out what the solfege is, okay? I'll give you a hint. This one is do, right? Now, let's look at the next one, okay? I noticed that this goes through this line, which is sol. That's our sol line, okay? And you should be able to figure it out from here, okay? Now, when you do this, try to sing all the way through with the right solfege, with your hand signs, the right rhythms. Try to do it without stopping. Even though there is a break from here to here, try to do it without stopping, okay? Also, what do you notice about these 2 measures? So this measure here and this measure here. What do you notice about them? Is there anything that's similar? I'll let you figure that out, okay? So go through this. You do not need to submit a video response, but I do expect you to be practicing this, okay? Please practice this on your own, okay? Have fun. Oh, wait, sorry. Before we go on, I need to tell you what this is going to be for. Eventually, we're going to take this pattern, these sets of patterns, and we're going to develop it into a song that we will play on the xylophones, and we will play it for our upcoming concert. Okay? So it's good. So you need to be able to do this by singing, and then eventually we will transfer this melody onto the xylophones and play it for a concert. Okay, now have fun.